Podman Desktop is a simple distribution available for Linux, Windows, and Mac. For Mac, we need just to download the binaries and install the app. And also we make sure that we have Podman running, and the best way is to install it through Brew. So once Podman is installed, the first thing is to create a machine by executing the command podman machine init and the machine name. Once the machine is initialized, the second command is to start the podman machine. We can switch to the podman desktop and we can see the same, that there is a podman machine called demo was created. And when we start the podman machine, we go back to see that the podman machine demo is running. We can also stop the machine, and accordingly when we go back to the desktop, the status will be reflected and we can see that the machine is not running anymore. At any point of time, we can list all the available machines by executing the command podman machine list. Also, when we switch to the dashboard, we can quickly see how many containers are running. So the first thing, let's try to run a simple container having the HTTPD web server. So we have the container running now after pulling the image. We can see the podman processes, and there is a process running. And if we switch to the podman desktop, now we can see that there is one running container. Also, when you go to the containers, there are a set of actions available there. One of them is to, for example, open in the browser to see the web server responding to our requests. Also, we can check the container logs. We can see some statistics about the container, like the CPU usage, the memory usage, and some other statistics. We can inspect the container to see some details about the environment variables and the also, we can quickly check the network setup or configuration. You can see the subnet and gateway for the podman. At any point of time, we can also query podman about the existing images in the local registry, the desktop. We can see the same from the podman desktop, list of images available. At any point of time, we can stop a running container from the desktop and we can see the status is reflected here, exited. And if we go and query podman for the running processes, definitely no processes are running. So if we query the processes, even the exited ones, we can see that there was a process running there, which is the container that we stopped, and we can remove this container completely, delete it, and hence we don't see the container anymore. We go back and try to query the processes -a, we can see that nothing is there. At any point of time, we can come to an existing image and start a container, create and start or run a container out of this image, and we can see now that there is a container running. We can open the browser to see that the container is responding. And also, if you go back to the podman, query the processes, you can see that the process is running. So this is another quick way of doing it. Also, the bots, we can create a bot. Let's create a bot from the desktop. It's called bot, demo bot. And now if we go and list all the existing bots, we can see the demo bot. And if we also run a container within the bot by just passing the bot name, we can see now that the container is running within the demo bot. And if we query the processes, we showing the bot name, we can see that container is running within a pod called demo pod. There is also another container, which is the podman pause, but we're not concerned about this now. The one we started is the HTTPD latest. We can also go back to the desktop and inspect the pod to see the containers running within the pod. We can stop the pod. If you stop the pod, means all the containers running within the pod will also stop, and here we can see that the pod exited. We can restart the pod, and hence all the containers within the pod will also start. So before we start the pod, if we query the list of pods, nothing, but once we start the pod, you can see now that the processes are coming again, which is the 2 containers running within the pod. Another important feature is the pod degradation. Once you kill any container within the pod, the pod status will change to degraded, and hence if you restart the pod, the container that was killed will start again, and it shows now that there are 2 containers running within the pod and the pod status is running again.